Well, thank goodness it is Friday. It's August 9th. I'm Christina Lay. Let's start your morning off with weather. Carlsbad, we've got just one more day of cooler weather. Then this onshore flow is going to weaken for the weekend. That's when this warming trend will begin. But for now, we're still going to have these widespread clouds this morning, as you can see out there in Carlsbad. Here is your weekend weather. Today we'll have an average high of 71 degrees across the county, 72 tomorrow, 73 on Sunday. The manhunt intensifies today for the East County man suspected of 2 murders and kidnapping 2 children, one of them being Hannah Anderson here. This is new information is coming out, leading investigators to believe the killing of the children's mother was likely premeditated. Investigators also have reason to believe DiMaggio has rigged his getaway car with bombs. Now, the San Diego Sheriff's Department says after examining DiMaggio's burned out house, there is evidence he has explosives. They are warning people not to approach the suspect or his car if they see him, but to call police instead. The 40-year-old is suspected of abducting 16-year-old Hannah Anderson and her 8-year-old brother Ethan, possibly after killing their mother and a child before setting his house on fire. The children's grandparents spoke out, pleading for the safe return of their granddaughter.
And soul, you've taken my only child, and please let Hannah go.
The child's body found in the fire is consistent with that of an 8-year-old child, leading some to believe it might be the body of 8-year-old Ethan. However, investigators say the remains may never be identified because it was so badly burned. Friends of Hannah's have also said DiMaggio may have been infatuated with her. However, DiMaggio's friends are also speaking out, saying he may not be the only one behind these crimes.
Everybody is very upset, and it's tragic what's happened. Obviously, people have died. All of us are concerned that Jim is dead as well. We think that's probably the most likely outcome, that something terrible has happened here and other people might have possibly been involved.
There have been several reported sightings of DiMaggio's blue Nissan Versa, prompting Amber Alerts in Oregon, Washington, Nevada, and British Columbia, Canada. Authorities say DiMaggio was an avid camper, and he is possibly hiding out in a rural area. A $1 million felony arrest warrant has been issued for DiMaggio. One of Mayor Bob Filner's top aides says a, quote, frenzy has surrounded City Hall since the mounting allegations of sexual harassment against the mayor. Now, the interim chief operating officer, Walt Eckerd, says some employees are shell-shocked about the attention. Part of the turmoil comes from the number of reporters surrounding City Hall over the last month and are not used to dealing with this type of drama. Eckerd spoke with our Roger Hedgecock yesterday to talk about how the city has been running since Mayor Bob Filner began his 2 weeks in therapy.
There are couple of conditions that I required of the mayor when I said I do this are that the proper delegation of authority has to take place. So I do have authority now to do contracts and hiring and to approve the kinds of ministerial things that need to happen in an organization. Those things weren't happening until 3 weeks ago.
Eckerd says City Hall has been relatively quiet since Filner entered rehab, but that might not last for too long. Another woman has come forward accusing the mayor of inappropriate behavior. The woman, who only identified herself as Stacy, says she is a city employee. In a radio interview, she spoke about her uncomfortable encounter with Filner.
Right behind me, and around with his right arm, he put it around my neck. And it was, I called it at that point a chokehold. I know it's the Filner headlock. And with his left arm, he put it around on my left arm, and he clamped it on. So I was basically encased in his grip.
Stacey,
right behind me, and around with his right arm, he put it around my neck.
Stacy says she's filed 2 complaints against the mayor and is awaiting a resolution. Now, this comes as Filner hired a new attorney, now on his legal team, well-known criminal defense attorney Jerry Coughlin. And we'll be right back. Happy Friday. Let's get straight to weather, which was brought to you by Whit Lincoln. Test drive the EPA rated 45 miles per gallon MKZ today. Here's a look outside Pacific Terrace for you. It's going to remain cooler today than usual, but tomorrow is when things really start to warm up because of that onshore flow. It's going to weaken quite a bit by tomorrow. But this morning there are still plenty of clouds at the beaches until later this afternoon. Let's take a look at your inland forecast. High today 82, low of 60. Good morning to folks in San Marcos. You're going to be at 80 degrees today. Otay Mesa at 73. In another sexual harassment case, this one involving an Oceanside police officer, a judge has nixed a $1.5 million sexual harassment jury verdict. Now, the case was filed by Kimberly Hurst against the city of Oceanside back in 2010. Hurst claimed she was repeatedly harassed by an Oceanside police officer. In April, a jury ruled in her favor and awarded her money. But after the judge reviewed the documents, she determined the damages awarded were unreasonably high and not supported by evidence. New details are emerging about a Florida man who confessed to killing his wife on Facebook. According to police, Derek Medina killed his wife, then posted a picture of her body on the social network site. The 31-year-old then drove to see his family before turning himself in. Medina told police she abused him. Officers say the couple's 10-year-old daughter was home at the time of the murder but was unharmed. Medina apparently wrote self-help books and posted them on his website, emotionalwriter.com. And we'll be back in another 13 minutes with more San Diego First News. Back to the show.